Remember that time Disney opened a restaurant in space?
Today, we are talking about new restaurants in Walt Disney World.
It's a food one. Put your napkin in your shirt and let's talk eats, baby.
Roundup Rodeo BBQ.
What is Roundup?
Yeah!
Is a Toy Story themed restaurant coming to Toy Story Land in Hollywood Studios.
Oh, sure. Start with the one that doesn't exist. I'm ready.
It is planned. There is some sort of structure back there in Toy Story Land.
We're going to live in the theoretical right now, all right? I want you to put yourself in a mind palace.
It will be a table service restaurant. The construction right now is happening right behind the giant Woody between Slinky Dog Dash and the entrance of Toy Story Land.
Don't get distracted in your mind palace. I understand you could fly. We're not flying right now. Instead, imagine eating barbecue.
I'm really excited about the potential of having a very good barbecue spot in the Disney theme parks.
I do enjoy barbecue. I would love to enjoy some barbecue at Walt Disney World.
My fears are that there's not going to be a vinegar-based sauce and that it's not going to be good barbecue. It's going to be dry or anything like that. I will be sad.
I just want everything to have touched a grill at some point.
They will have delicious food for even me to eat. Breed love. I'm vegan.
I think the theme is super cute. I think that, we've kind of seen the little space pizza planet type feel before. So capitalizing off of Woody and his brand, which is Western.
I'm still bitter that they are not doing Pizza Planet correctly. They had Pizza Planet. That's what's now Pizza Rizzo. It was Pizza Planet, and it was the same gross puffy pizzas with an arcade attached. But I'm telling you, if you made Pizza Planet a character dining experience,
Just not gonna do that? We're not gonna, that's, what, we could make that.
where the Toy Story characters were the ones that came to your table and it was good, all you care to eat pizza, that would be a banger.
It's not even just iconic in Toy Story. The truck is in every Pixar film.
And I've said that for 20 years and no one's listening to me.
I don't think it'll be a new Walt Disney World favorite for me. I think it'll be fine. I'm really excited about it because Toy Story Land needs another dining location. Toy Story Land needs AC and Toy Story Land needs shade.
I do think Hollywood Studios does need another sit-down restaurant. That park is so incredibly busy and there's nowhere for people to go. So another sit-down restaurant that is gonna take people and put them inside in air conditioning for an hour is a good thing.
I know what's going on in that case over there. Meat ice cream.
Ooh, salt and straw.
Salt and straw, it's salty and you eat it with the straw. That's not true. It's probably a spoon.
Salt and straw is a gift. A gift from the West Coast to you, Orlando.
Not to brag on you, Disney Springs, but we had it first in Disneyland.
How lucky you are to receive this West Coast gift. You're welcome.
A Portland-based ice cream chain. They have long had a location at Downtown Disney in Disneyland. And just recently, they opened a new location here in Orlando in Disney Springs.
I was lucky enough to go to the opening, and I went the night before to a little event they had where we got to try a bunch of ice cream flavors, and the owners were there, and they talked about how the name Salt and Straw comes from making homemade ice cream. And if you've ever made homemade ice cream, gather around the big old bucket thing, you know that one of the main things you need is rock salt, and then back in the day, to insulate it, they would use straw. And it's kind of got this barn theme, wooden theme throughout it's a very small shop, but it's got, wooden planks and everything.
Wherever they are based, whatever community they're in, there's a real love for that community that's coming from Salt and Straw. They use local artisans and local farmers and local ingredients. They give back in a big way. They use their seasonal flavors to support some of the causes that they care about.
But what's so cool about Salt and Straw is that all of the ice creams are, when I say handcrafted artisanal ice cream, I'm talking so much love and care goes into each of these different flavors.
The first time I went, my favorite thing that I got was the strawberry balsamic vinegar ice cream. Oh, it's so good. It's sweeter than you think, but it's so good.
They have a fried chicken one.
Chicken skin ice cream.
I also really, really liked the freckled mint chocolate, which is a vegan flavor.
That's right, Breed Love. Multiple vegan flavors.
They put meat in their ice cream and you can't fool me.
I have to say that the favorite flavor I've tried is a honey lavender.
I love lavender in soap. I love lavender in just regular lavender form.
I do still dream about it.
What are you doing going over to Homecoming, asking Chef Art Smith if you can have their kitchen scraps?
So my suggestion is that they always do a great job of rotating in new stuff and seasonal stuff, and so I usually am trying a seasonal flavor when I go to Salt and Straw.
What's next? Oh, beef fat. We're gonna do beef fat and olive oil with a drizzle of rosemary.
I do think it is a new Walt Disney World favorite for me. I just went the other night just for fun, just to try out the new flavors for June. I was really upset because I missed the flavors for May. So I do really like Salt and Straw. I think it's a super great restaurant.
It lives up to all of the hype, and I'm glad that we have another awesome dessert place in Disney Springs.
The weirdest ice cream flavor that you could eat that I would still eat. I would have a maple bacon and brown sugar ice cream.
You need help. You've gone too far.
Ghost pepper mocha.
Cotton candy ice cream filled with chocolate covered gummy bears and like a sour green apple swirl in it.
Macaroni and cheese.
I like peanut butter and cheddar cheese sandwiches. As a kid, I would eat them a lot. I haven't eaten one recently. But yeah, like Peter Pan peanut butter, a big chunk of cheddar off the block. That sounds disgusting, I'm aware, but I loved it as a kid. And I feel like Salt and Straw could make that happen for me in ice cream form, and I would love it. Don't judge me.
My daughter had just ran away with the corn.
Connections Cafe and Eatery is a new meshed dining location.
Half quick service restaurant, half Starbucks, located in EPCOT.
It replaced the electric umbrella as part of the EPCOT refurb or update that's been going on since the beginning of time.
The theme of connections is connecting people around the world through food, and you can tell that by the beautiful airport mural on the wall.
The one in Newark, New Jersey, the Newark airport, comes to mind.
Even like if you're by yourself, you have to look at a stranger because the restaurant is focused on making connections.
I don't know how many times I'm gonna walk up to a random family's table with my food and sit down at it and be like, we're connected now because of this restaurant and food.
I think people harsh on the theme of connections, and I have to say I don't hate it. It looks clean. It looks like the place that you'd kind of want to hang out. It looks like a trendy, like, coffee shop.
Don't do that to me when I'm there. In fact, I'll leave because I'm an introvert and fairly antisocial, and I don't know how to handle that sort of interaction.
Maybe they have like a missed connection column, where you can go in kind of like on Craigslist and you can write like, saw you in the grocery store. You were buying peas. I wanted to say hello.
I like it. I like the connections theme. I'll stand behind it, even if it does make me want to sing Sharpay's part from Stick to the Status Quo.
And the plant-based offering, there's only one, which seems a little weird for a restaurant that's supposed to be kind of futuristic.
I actually really like the waffle.
I'm a waffle guy, okay? I am a waffle guy.
Made out of brioche dough. It's a little baby waffle, and then it's topped with handmade whipped cream, strawberries, chocolate, and it is excellent.
There are two types of people in this world. Those who like flapjacks, and those who like waffles.
I enjoyed their chicken sandwich, although that's pretty generic. I tend to enjoy most chicken sandwiches. They're pretty hard to mess up.
Do I think Connections is a new Walt Disney World favorite for me? No, I don't. I like that it's there, but there's a lot of amazing food in Epcot. There's festival food in Epcot that I'm going to be eating instead.
Like if you've only one day in Epcot, there's a lot of food you should be eating. But for me, as someone who frequents the parks and sometimes just wants to go in and sit down somewhere inside with a coffee, I'm gonna do that. I like that option at Connections.
I do like sitting in there and catching some air conditioning, cooling off, having some water, having the mango coconut milkshake.
It is going to be my go-to if I feel like I have any missed connections.
I expected it to be like Applebee's in space.
Space 220
Boss, it's why.
is a really cool table service restaurant that recently opened up in EPCOT in 2021.
That is the hottest dining reservation in Disney World right now. It's the hardest one to get. Can you believe that? I know, I was surprised too.
It's right next to Mission Space and it continues the theme of space.
Mission Boss.
The theme is pretty cool. The theme is why everybody wants to get in there. It is a very cool immersive experience. The windows, different things pop outside the windows. You might see somebody walking their space dog. You might see people battling with lightsabers. There's some really cool Easter eggs, nods to Star Wars as well as Mission Space.
Mission Boss.
If you are into sci-fi at all, I would recommend going to Space 220 and just taking a look around.
I sort of like a gimmick that doesn't ask much of me. Prime time, it's like your server is kind of role playing with you, so that I can go and be like, oh, we're in spas. But like, I could also just go and sit at a table and eat food.
And in reality, the food actually isn't that bad up there either.
I don't know that the food is worth the cost of your meal because it's a prefix meal.
My favorite thing to eat is the lobster. You can literally upgrade for an upcharge. You get this fantastic lobster that is just so succulent and juicy and delicious.
My favorite part of the food was actually the fries. They have these steak fries that look like little mice nibbled away at parts of them. And then they're really delicious too.
The Blue Moon buffalo cauliflower. It is fried cauliflower with buffalo sauce. My mouth is literally watering describing it. And freeze-dried blue cheese on it. It is my mouth is watering so much. It's like uncomfortable. It is very good.
I'm eating like an alien, Ma. Look at me. I got these weird shaped French fries. They look like a termite ate them.
I went up there for some appetizers, and I enjoyed the buffalo cauliflower immensely. Also, the calamari was quite good.
My name's Breedlove, and I love the fries at Space 220.
Space 220, I can't say it's a new favorite of mine. I've been lucky enough to go several times, and I always have a really good time. I always have incredible service. It is very cool in there, but it's kind of a one and done, I think, for most people.
They're mostly about the gimmick. Like I don't have any desire really to go to sci-fi over and over and over again. I don't have a desire to go to most of these sort of gimmicky restaurants over and over and over again. You go for the experience they're marketing. They're targeting an audience that has not had that experience yet.
If it were a less expensive experience, maybe, if it was easier to get in the lounge, maybe the lounge is a favorite for me. Like, it's cool, it's fun. I think it's worth doing once if you're interested in that space theme, but it's not a new favorite for me. I don't need to do it ever again unless I'm with somebody who wants to. Well, I still haven't gotten to try Roundup Rodeo BBQ, but my favorite of these is probably gonna be Salt and Straw.
It's just incredible ice cream. It's worth the hype. There's a lot of love and care that went into it. So for me, the winner is Salt and Straw, which I've already been to multiple times.
It's not even competing just with Disney. It's competing with all of LA. And it's one of my favorite ice cream locations, period, here. So my gut is that it would be the hands down winner, even if I had eaten all of them. But since I haven't, it's the runaway victor.
Anybody who says differently is lying to themselves. Don't lie to yourselves. Don't do that. Why would you do that? You know it's Salt and Straw.
We can do it. Gotta play. Stick with what you know. We can do it. Creme brulee. Hip hop hooray. Keep your voice down low. Not another peep. No, not another word. No, not another sound. No, everybody quiet. No, 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 no. Stick to the status stuff you know. It is better by far to keep things what they are. Don't mess with the flow. No, no. Stick to the status. Stick to the status. Stick to the status quo. Lots to say about these new restaurants. Now go watch our episode on character dining in Disney World. See you there.